It happened. It finally happened. After approximately 24 hours of trying, it finally happened. Everyone who doesn't know what this is, I'm going to explain right now. All those stages there that you just saw are a set of 20 levels on the hardest chapter of this game, Super Meat Boy. The objective of this trophy slash achievement that I'm trying to get is to complete all 20 levels without dying. As you can see, these levels have been designed in such a way that it basically makes it impossible to do, which actually lends itself to the fact that the trophy is called Impossible Boy. I tried this so many times, tried to perfect this as much as I possibly could, and it nearly killed me if I hadn't got it. I mean, look, I probably would have kept going regardless. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm stubborn in that way. But yeah, I like to think that stubborn is just another way of saying determined. There are a few mistakes in this run. Obviously, as you can see, I'm exiting to map a few times because I didn't really, you know, I'm not perfect at it. I almost died there. I'm not perfect at it, but I tried my absolute best. I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. There are a lot of times in previous runs where I was very close and it was just a schmozzle. It was a complete mess, and the fact that I managed to get through was very lucky. But I think for what it is, all I wanted to do was get it, and I finally did. I've done a lot of things in video games, like so many video games in the past. Not even just PlayStation, but like, well, not even PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, but like PS2, PS1 era. There are so many games that I've played. I never realized until PS3 and PS4 though, and really trophies, how much I like to challenge myself. This was by far the hardest challenge I've ever had to accomplish. By far, like it, on a Venn diagram, it is, I think it's Venn diagram, it is the furthest, most possible outlier that you could imagine. Like that, I almost died there. I paused because I thought I needed to exit the map, and somehow I got away, and I love the way I've done this. I don't even know how I didn't die off the map there. If you go a little bit too far off the map, it will kill you. This stage, I don't know how I did it like this, but I'm glad that it was part of my run, because doing this stage like this works so well, as you can see. I mean, you don't even need to know what the objective is, but I will tell you, Bandage Girl, who's the pink one that I'm playing with, needs to get to Meat Boy. She needs to save Meat Boy. And I just made that stage really simple by doing that. Can I do that all the time? No, absolutely not. It's really hard to come up with a strategy for that. This as well, this is a really hard stage. It looks simple, but it took me a long time to learn how to do that properly. This is just ridiculous. Anyone who's not played this game would think that this is the hardest stage, and funnily enough, in a way, I think it is and it isn't. This stage is just... it's just learning it over, and once you've done it enough times, you kind of get used to it. It will kill you randomly at certain points, but luckily for me, it didn't. This is interestingly the final, what I consider the hardest stages, or the hard stages, and a few of the medium ones too. This is the final stage of the hard ones that I had left to do. Everything after this was not easy, but in comparison, it was much easier than what I had just done. You're about to see them. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but yeah, those were the hard stages. The next are relatively easy. So we're gonna, I'll explain a few more things about it. You can do it in any order you want. You can exit to map if you do not die. This game has this crazy, a crazy good way of telling when you've died. Like if you get hit and you explode, that is a 100% confirmed death. Even if you press the pause button like a frame later, it is like guaranteed death that you've died there. Here we go. I don't know what happened there. I think like an input may have dropped. That tends to happen for those who don't know what dropped inputs are, or eaten inputs. It's when you press the button and nothing happens. It's a rare occurrence in this game. It's not as rare. I don't know why it happened to me. It killed so many of my runs. And also there were other controller issues that I haven't read about like anywhere on the internet. I don't know why I was the only one getting them. Although the one I'm going to mention now I feel like I've had in other games, which was it was an issue where the control would just have a mind of its own for about 2 seconds. It killed a run of mine a long time ago, and there was another, and then it killed a really good run like ages before that as well, where I started the stage and I just ran off the edge and I tried to press start and it didn't work. Quickly, I'll mention here what I'm doing is something called magic pixels. It doesn't work the first time when I try it, but then I managed to get it the second time. Essentially what I do is I position myself in such a way that Bandage Girl can float right to the top. Now, you might think, well, why didn't you leave that stage for last? It seems so easy to do that. I was planning on doing that, but after not having done the stage for so long, I tried it again in certain runs that I had going, and I couldn't get it to work properly, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do that stage as I go and hope that it works. So I did, and it worked. I cannot explain it, we're almost at the end of the video, I cannot explain how freaking difficult this is. If you are... Look, all I can say is, honestly, in some ways, don't try this. I literally felt so horrible not being able to get this. You have to do 12 of these, by the way. You have to do 12 different no-death runs. This is by far the hardest one, but the other 11 are just as hard, or, well, a lot of them are really hard. Actually, no, I won't say just as hard. I'll say they are very, very, very difficult to do, and they take a lot of patience and time and concentration and determination, and I'm one of the most determined people there is, and this almost broke me. Like, it damn near broke me. I don't think I'll ever do anything this hard ever again. I really hope I don't do anything this hard ever again. I'm gonna go play Hello Kitty Island Adventures. No, I won't, but I'm gonna be playing easy games for a long time after this. This is my greatest accomplishment in gaming, with hands down, and I don't think it'll ever be beaten. I'm really, really proud of myself for putting the effort, the time and effort in. For someone who hasn't played the game before, only started playing a month ago, to actually come out and get this was just crazy. Yeah, even this stage, the stage is ridiculous. I'm trying to remember how I think I did this normally. One thing quickly I'm going to mention here, in this stage, on the right side, underneath Meat Boy there, it's actually a lot, you can actually jump on that, like, even though it's like an invisible platform. And here we go, this is the final stage, where I beat it, and I get Impossible Boy, and the Super Meat Boy Platinum. Look everyone, I want to thank you all for watching this video. This was so hard to make, I can't believe it finally happened. I'm ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic, so content with myself, really proud of myself. If you go for it yourself, heaven's luck to you. See you guys. Oh yeah, and I thought I'd just show one more thing off my deaths. 17,242 deaths. Oh god. See you guys.